I've met up with someone else and their date before. And then I've also met up with people that I knew prior, and then we both matched with each other. So we kind of knew we liked each other, and then we met up.
Well, explain the first one.
The first one was a Raya date, and he was going to his house in Tulum, and he invited us to go. So we went. But she had
invited us.
My friend had matched with him on Raya.
So you didn't match with him?
No. So he said, you two can come to my house in Tulum, and it'll be like a date, but we met across the world.
And Raya is kind of like, it's sort of a celebrity.
Yeah.
Celebrities are on it, but there's regular people on it too. It's a bit more exclusive though.
Yeah. And so people do, it's not just people in your area. So you will match with people like in New York or other places.
The globalized dating marketplace, but can't you limit it to in the same way with the other dating apps, you can limit it to like 20-mile radius?
I've never been able to do that.
You can't do that on Raya?
I don't think so.
Well, in any case, okay, so you matched, he was in New York?
He was in New York, but he was going to his house in Tulum.
That's in Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, you're in Santa Barbara, correct?
We were in LA.
You were in LA, you matched with a guy in New York. See, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I think dating is so fucked up, is because 10, 20 years ago, if a girl lived in Idaho, her dating pool was the dudes in Idaho, in her city. Mm-hmm. Like the people she worked with, her friend circle, maybe if she went to bars or clubs or whatever. Now it's globalized. Now, like, even just like a good looking girl in, I don't know, Redding, California, fucking boonies of California, you know, like some dude in LA, some dude in Miami, hey, let me fly you out. So,
totally. Okay. It's the Tinderization. You're always looking for something better.
It's it does ruin dating like a lot.
Well, it ruins dating for men, I think, but
I think it goes
both ways.
I think
it's an effect on more than just dating too.
Yeah, it has a huge effect on like our whole generation and the way we like look towards things.
I agree. Well, there's definitely an impact on both men and women, but there's certainly no 19-year-old men who are getting DM'd by wealthy women in Miami and LA to get flown out. But
hey, man, you never know.
Yeah,
okay, I'm speaking in generalities here. The exception does not make the rule. So, are there sugar mamas? Yes. Are 99% of people who are sugaring? It's men. So there are sugar mamas out there, but the exception does not make the rule. So, okay, he was in New York, mm-hmm. correct? And what was he, actor, musician? What was he?
He's a celebrity photographer.
Celebrity photographer. Okay, so he's got some clout.
Yeah, he
Blue
does.
check on Instagram.
Yeah.
So you and your friend, she was on Raya.
Mm-hmm.
He invited you to his house in Tulum.
Yeah.
Did he pay for the flights?
No.
You paid for the flights, mm-hmm. but he...
It was his house, so that where we were living was paid for.
Was he there?
Yes.
Okay. And he matched with your friend. Mm-hmm. Did they smash?
No.
Did anything go down?
Mm-mm. Me and her held hands.
You and...
My friend.
So she smashed, right?
Yeah. No. I swear to God, they did not have sex, and he was...
What was his motivation?
Well, he initially said, don't expect anything. I actually have another girl coming, and she likes to hook up too. And so we didn't expect anything, and we got there, and then the next day he said, oh, my friend's not coming anymore, by the way. Something with COVID. And so then...
It was just
the three of us.
Okay. And you guys... So you matched on a dating app, yet it was a purely platonic...
Raya can also be like for networking as well, because you can do here just for friends. I don't know
what did she do?
My friend?
Yeah, what did she do? Like, what did she do? Is she a model?
Oh, she's a singer-songwriter.
Okay. Did they do a photo session? Like...
No, he didn't really want to connect us with people. It wasn't like that. It was just like us.
Well, so because you said Raya's a networking app.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
He didn't want to... that's just... He said that's not his thing. He's like, I don't help people like that. So we just hung out. He fly fished. We cooked a little bit. We got chicken, ate it on the beach.
But how long were you crashing at his mansion? Was it a mansion?
It wasn't a mansion, but it was a nice house.
Nice house in Tulum.
Yeah. Which
is like a very popular, kind of snazzy tourist destination, right? In Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long did you guys stay there?
Like 3 nights, I think.
3 nights, okay. And all the food was provided and...
No, actually we paid for like half the food basically.
Oh, okay. But, okay. Well, you didn't get flown out. I suppose that helps a bit, but
Yeah.
there's no dudes getting this same level of
treatment. Well,
men don't get that treatment.
Yeah. We didn't sleep with him, and I know you
Sure.
probably don't believe me. We didn't.
No, I'll take your word for it.
And I came back and slept with the broke 24-year-old that I was sleeping with instead.
Congratulations.
Who's completely broke.
And that's totally fine. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. But that opportunity doesn't really exist for men. So, okay. So how did we get to the Tulum thing? We were talking about you being a nihilist.
We were on her dating profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, pull it up.
I think we're kind of past that.
Next
part.
one. Next. Next. Fall for you if you have a motorcycle. Did the broke dude have a motorcycle?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately. Trying to have my Lana Del Rey ride moment.
Okay, next. Oh, hold on. Did this come through, Eric? Nope. Oh, it might have been because we were hiding in the... I want to preempt it. It might have... Because we were in the other window, maybe it didn't trigger. But how did we get to the Tulum? Oh, there we go.
Derek Manx one super chatted $49.99.
Thank you, Derek.
I grew up in a house full of women and makeup is more for the woman's confidence. I know the top 2% of men is the goal for most women to date. Oftentimes women don't know what that looks like or the amount of time away they will have to accept.
I disagree with that.
Which part?
The one where most women like only want to date the top 2% of men, like that's their goal. I would totally disagree with that.
Why?
Because like I don't know, this is for me, but like for me, I'm a like hopeless romantic, and I don't really care like if you're wealthy or if you're that. Like I just really want to like date someone for the experience of like that person in themselves, and for like us falling in love with each other. It has nothing to do with like their wealth status or their class or anything like that.
Sure. Well, I mean, you're 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, I'd say most people when they're in college, typically someone's finances, chiefly because most of the guys your age, they're in college, they don't have a job. They don't really have a lot of money, although Santa Barbara's a fairly affluent area. So there's a lot of trust fund kids going to SBCC and whatnot. But, I would say definitely for younger people, younger women, money isn't really a huge factor, but money does become a bit more important to women as I think as they get a bit older. But I mean, you mentioned status too. If a guy has status, that doesn't matter.
No, I don't care whether they have status or not, like or if clout or anything like that. Like I don't care about that.
If Timothy Chalamet slides into your DMs. He's not getting a response.
He is.
Okay.
He definitely is.
He's good looking too,
Yeah,
but
he's
which
so good.
I was like,
helps.
if he's good looking, but like
I don't know if that's your type, but
I do think he's good looking, but he's not generally my type. But
what's your type?
Um,
Closer to the mic.
I kind of like. I don't really have like a certain type. Like I think if you're just attractive and funny, like I'll just like you don't have to be like I don't know like white boys or like Mexicans. Like I go for either way. Like I don't really care.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so you were saying that you don't really care about money.
Yeah.
And a couple of other of you disagree that women are chasing after the top 2% of men, top 5. I mean, I hear different numbers, top 10%, top 5%, but you disagree with that.
Some might be.
I mean, yeah, some people probably are.
Why? Okay, so I have a question for you guys. You guys are on dating apps, except for you, and Liv, you're on a dating app. What percentage of men that you see would you say you find attractive?
Like out of
Let's start with you.
On the apps.
Yeah, like on the app. So which you don't have to give an exact number, but what percent? Oh, sorry, hold on.
Beaten Cheeks super chatted $50.
Thank you, man.
These girls don't care about a successful guy such as myself. They want to get run through by chads and tyranns at this young age, and that will lower their value as we know it as they get older and want to settle for the guys that are waiting in the apps.
Whoa, the TTS guy had like a stroke midway through there. Started slurring his words. Do you guys have a response to Cheeks
Not really.
No.
No.
I'm sorry that you think that about women.
I think as you kind of mature, and I'm speaking for my own experience, as I started, building a career and making more money, I really look for that in my other partner at this point, because I have been in relationships in the past where it was very one-sided. I was paying for everything, and I don't want that anymore. I don't want that again. It was super exhausting, really draining. And I think now when you do get to that point where you're, successful in a way, you do seek that out in another partner to match that. And that's just my personal experience, because it is exhausting pulling the weight of somebody else.
I agree with that in the sense that, like, if I have, like, my situation together, I mean, I'm going to school, I'm working, I do want to look for someone who has, like, life goals, or, like, who has,
totally.
like stuff like that. Obviously right now, like, I'm younger, so I don't really care about, like, money or anything like that. But I would want.
But it would suck to date, like, some guy that's just bumming it on their homie's couch. You know what I mean?
Don't
like,
really have their situation
exactly,
together.
for
Yes,
sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you mean when you say don't have their situation together? What do you mean?
Like,
Closer to the mic, please.
I'm obviously not gonna, like, I mean, you never know. I'm not gonna say never, but, like, if they, like, I mean, I want them to have goals or, like, outlooks on lives of, like, what they want to do with their life, or, like, like, have morals and, like, things they stand with, and, like,